All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paranormal Portal. I'm your host, Brent Thomas, and once again, this is a fine Saturday evening. At least I hope so. And we got a lot going on here tonight. I've been I've been kind of running to the races here, trying to get everything ready to come on the show and to start the show and get everything ready for you guys. But first of all, joining me tonight, of course, is Sheldon. Are you there, buddy?
Absolutely, I am here, and I am ready to get started with this wonderful night.
It should be a good night. It should be a good night. Unfortunately, you're not on the screen. I had to move you off because that just didn't work out visually, and we got a few things to work on between the next time you're on the show and now. So,
Is that your way of calling me ugly?
No, you're a handsome young lad, of course. You take right after the old man, of course.
That's right.
But no, we have a great night on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of the cool nights that I really look forward to because this is a show I never get tired of doing because it's just so amazing. But before we go any further, let me just say a quick thank you to the sponsor of the Paranormal Portal, and that is Cryptid Coin. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a newer cryptocurrency that has its heart in the center of cryptid research and investigation. So if you want to learn more, head over to cryptidcoin.io. Cryptidcoin.io is where you find out more. Had a listener just message me just a couple of days ago, like, do you actually have Cryptid Coin? Actually, I do. Now, I don't pretend to know enough to advise anybody financially what a good decision to make or not, but this is just one that really resonated with me, and so I got involved. But if you choose to as well, that's fantastic. Check it out, cryptidcoin.io. It's also available on PancakeSwap, so it might be worth a look. But joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is our very own paranormal psychic, Paranormal Portal Psychic, and good friend, longtime friend of the show, Miss Debra Varner is with us. How you doing, Deb?
I'm doing great. Hey, everybody.
Well, everybody is great too, I think. At least they're piling in here. So you're going to be doing readings tonight.
Yay!
It's something that I always enjoy listening to. Now, we've been doing this. God, how long now, Deb?
Almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years, and it's each show is honestly really like the first time because I've never heard the same reading twice. I mean, they're just so unique and distinct and impressive. Do you want to go over what you do or kind of explain your process to the listeners out there?
Okay. I use my guides to help me do readings. That's who they are. If I get quiet, don't get worried, because that's just me trying to pick up the information that they are giving to me so I can give it to you. I have two ways. You can either do a general, or if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask those, and we'll do the readings that way.
Yeah, it's really an incredible experience. Now, I know a lot of people when they call in, they get a little uncomfortable with the dead air, and that's just part of your process, right? That's when you're just reaching out to the guides and trying to get the message to give to the listener, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's really impressive. Again, after 6 years of doing this, you'd think about, it's just, the same. Another guest. I have never had any other guest on this show this many times, even near this many times, like 1, 2, or 3 times. This has been about it for most, yes, but you've been coming on for several years monthly, and we've just had such a great time, and I really can't thank you enough for doing this for our listeners, giving them an opportunity to have these readings and giving so freely of yourself. I know, you're on the East Coast, so it gets pretty late over there.
Oh, it's okay. I love what I do.
Yeah, well, we love you doing it as well, so thank you again very much. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to call in and get a reading, you can do so by calling 720-923-0500. Again, 720-923-0500. I'm going to post that in the chat, but we currently have an empty queue, which is fine. Thank you, Sheldon, for posting that. It is in the chat as well. maybe Sheldon, could you repost that and say to call in and then put the number on
Yes, I will.
with actual dashes, dashes there. Like.
I'll make it professional like.
All right, thank you, and then I'll pin it to the top. Unless you can, you might be able to pin it or not. I don't know, but
I cannot.
Deb, this has been quite a process for you. I guess we don't get much of a chance to talk, and since we got a minute here, how did you first realize that you were dealing with having abilities or vision that wasn't quite normal?
Oh, it started when I was very young. It's gifts that have been passed down in my family. My grandmother talked about her grandmother having it. My grandmother had it. Mom had it, but she didn't want to admit she had it. With me, I started realizing that I could see and hear things that most people didn't know were there. These were spirits. As I got older, I took a class in witchcraft to kind of help know a little bit about what was going on to protect myself through all this that had been happening. Fast forward a little ways, I wound up with a mentor named Judy. She helped me with my gifts a whole lot. Fast forward some more, and here I am.
Oh, fantastic! Well,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been on the show. You've also appeared to talk about protection, to talk about crystals, to talk about just spiritual issues in general. And I know that you've also done some investigating as well. So it's like you've really, really pretty embraced the spiritual in the world, or in your life.
Yes, I have. I deal with them almost as much as I do the per se living. And in fact, spirit world is a little bit easier to get along with than the living.
Sure, right.
Oh yeah.
I gotta admit though, and I do find that I'm envious of the ability to see and communicate to this degree with the other side, because I think we stand to learn so much if we could just communicate and understand the existence that they have versus the one we have, and I think it's attainable by everybody though, isn't it, Deb? I mean, like this isn't something unique to you and a handful of people or just a select group of people. Do you think that it's a natural ability that people just have, but maybe haven't tuned into?
I think so, because it seems like most of the time when we're very young, we're able to hear spirits, but we're told later on that, oh no, we're being foolish, grow up, no such thing. We tend to close it off. And I notice I have quite a few people that I'm doing readings for, and that come to me with questions about their ability, that are awakening into their gifts, and they're not sure what to do with them. I think our world is expanding at a high rate right now. The paranormal world is just so interesting. There's different aspects of it, and it caters to all kinds of people. It's not just seeing and hearing spirits. It's, dealing with our everyday weird things, the things that go bump in the night. We have Bigfoot, we have the cryptids, we have, oh my goodness, there's just so much going on out there.
Right.
There's something for everybody.
Sure. Yeah, there really is, and I think you're right about the world going through an expansion. It's been something I've really been feeling since about 2017. Like, wait, something's going on, something really huge is going on, and I think this is some form of transformation. God, my God, I hope it's a good one. But it seems like we're just on a direction that's quite unusual. But we do have a call, so just let me put this out there first before we get started. Oh my God, you hear my cat? Yeah, he's just yelling. Oh, that's Pikachu. But just as a couple rules of thumb, please, if you get on the line, I know it's a situation where you may have a million questions come to line, but just keep it to one or two, because we do want to give everybody a chance that calls in for a reading to get through and to get a reading. So, when you call, we'll answer the line. Just say, what's your first name? Don't give any more information. That's part of Deb's process. Be patient as she's talking and communicating with her guides to communicate with you. But just tell Deb what you want. Do you want a personal, just a general reading? Do you want a work, professional, love reading? What? Just kind of give her an idea what kind of information you're looking for, and just sit back and enjoy the process. So we do have a call on hold. Deb, are you ready to start?
I sure am.
Okay, well, let's get to this. And the first call tonight is coming from area code 646. And the lines are open, folks, if you want to call in. 720-923-0500. This is the only call we got so far on the queue, so get in there and hold the line, because you don't want to miss this. But welcome to the show, area code 646.
Oh, my goodness. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Claudia.
Hi, Claudia. Welcome
Hi.
to the show.
Hi, Claudia.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm glad to be the first one.
Yeah.
So my friend Gemini Moon told me to call into the show.
Oh, wonderful.
And so, yeah, I know you guys know her. So I hear that you got a great psychic. So
yeah, she's wonderful. I'll let Deb take it from here.
Thank you so much. Hi, Deb.
Yeah, we love Gemini. She's special.
Hi. So nice to hear your voice. I just want a general reading. My name is Claudia, and just like a personal thing, whatever you can find. I'm interested in ascension and consciousness, and so that's what I'm really mostly concerned with.
All righty. Let's see what they have to say.
Thank you.
The first thing they're telling me is you've had gifts and you've had them a long time. And the reason I say you've had them a long time is because these have come with you from past lives. But it's like you had a feeling that, that's where they came from.
Great.
Palmistry and tarot have been a big part of your past lives, the things that you have brought forward. Okay. They're talking about you can look at somebody's hand and they tell all kinds of things about them.
Hmm.
Let's see. They're talking about a big interest right now because you seem to have some new things happening around you. And you've kind of been wondering about them. Well, you got a few things coming up. You got some new things coming because come fall, look for some. Let's see, what is it? look for new gifts coming in. They're fixing to kick in. You felt them coming. You've been wondering what's going on, and this is what's going on. Okay, they're talking about bumping up meditation because that's going to help bring these gifts up where they need to be. That's going to help you focus and bring them in a lot faster.
Okay. That resonates.
Okay. That's definitely going to help you focus, too, because you've had some messages coming in. You've been having some ringing in your ears. You've definitely got messages coming through. I will tell you, sometimes when they're coming in, you will get that sound, like a ringing in your ear, a buzzing in your ear. That's coming in. Focus will help you bring it down to where you can actually pick up the message. If need be, kind of explain that they need to calm down and try to speak slower so that you can pick up what's going on.
Okay. That makes sense.
Grandmother, grandmother on your father's side.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen for what's going on.
Grandmother on my father's side. Okay. I never met her, but I mean, she died long before I was born. I've never met the grandmother on my dad's side, but it sounds like what you're saying is I should be getting more psychic messages that they're coming to me.
It's like she's got some messages for you. And I will explain to everybody, just because they weren't around when you were born or they weren't around when you were little, you might not know a whole lot about them, but they do know about you. They have information on you when you were born. They've been around you. They know about you. So, the fact that you didn't know them well, that doesn't have a whole lot to do with it. They're still your ancestor. They're still connected to you, and they will still come around. So.
Yeah. Cool.
They're also talking about, and I'm not sure if it's love interest or just love itself. They're talking about love growing around you.
That's nice.
Love, it always is. When we get more love.
Who doesn't like love?
But it's the type of person anyway that type of energy, that love energy, you take in and you can turn it around and put it back out, and that helps a whole lot of people. It's
Yeah.
weird how we do that sometimes. The energies that we take in can bump up our energies and help other people. But you have more love coming your way. In turn, don't be afraid if you have more people who are drawn to you for that love that you're putting out.
Cool. That sounds great.
See?
That's so nice. I like everything that you've said. So that really resonates with me also. So thank you.
Good. Well, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Just,
it's nice to connect with you.
Sit back, meditate, and wait for everything to come in because you got some good stuff coming in. Okay?
That's perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks very much.
Thanks for being a part of our show.
Have a beautiful night.
You as well. Thank you so much for calling
thank you.
in.
Good night.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
All
okay,
right.
Lots of love.
All right, lots of love. Good night.
All right. Thanks. Good night to you too.
Good night.
Well, Deb, your dance card is filling up here. We're going to get to the next call, and this one is coming from area code 309. As soon as I click on it. Okay, area code 309, you're on the air.
Hey, Brent. Hey, Deb.
Hi.
It's Bill.
Hi, Bill. How you doing?
How you doing, Brent?
Good to hear from you.
Pretty good, man.
Good. Bill, just to let
good.
you know, we're about 4 minutes out of break, so you and Deb can get started, of course, but I may interrupt you while we go to break, but just hold the line because we'll come right back to you on the other side, okay?
Okay, yeah, if it takes longer than that.
All right.
Hey, Deb.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, I had a couple quick clarification questions. So the first one is that, the kind of the thing we talked about last Friday and the information I got that kind of concerned a third party, do I need to reach out and pass that information along? I'm kind of hesitant to do that.
Yeah, because I think it'll give them some information that will help put them on the right path.
Okay, I will. I'll do that. I was kind of afraid that they would kind of reject it, but the next question is that at work we talked about. I found out from a mutual friend that they're going to change the name of the company. Is this what they're talking about when they say the company would end?
Weird, but it doesn't feel like specifically a change. It feels like an end. So
an actual
I'm
end?
not sure.
So would you say that just changing the name really isn't changing what was originally said?
Not unless it comes around to changing members, shall we say. Unless they're planning on not only changing the name, going in and making big changes as to people involved.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
All right. Well,
and you have a great night. And everybody out there, Deb's the real deal. So take your opportunity now.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
Good to hear from you, brother. Take care. Have a good night. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Okay. All right. Well, that was quicker. Even beat the break. Down to about a minute. So I tell you what, there's about 3 other calls in the queue right now. I see Claudia still on there in the queue there. I just think maybe she didn't disconnect. She might be listening from there. But the rest of you just hold the line. After we come back from break, we'll be hitting area code 469, and then after that 336, and then 512. So those are the 3 area codes that are in the queue here. We'll get to you as soon as we can, but we're going to be taking a break here in just a moment. So buckle up. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away. Lots more Paranormal Portal coming up in just a minute. right, everybody, welcome back as we go into the next half hour of the Paranormal Portal. As always, we're really thrilled you're here. Thank you to all of you tuning in and being a part of this. Got the dance card is queued up here in the call queue, and there's lots going on. We are joined tonight, of course, by our very own Paranormal Portal Psychic, Miss Debra Varner, and I got some computer lag going on, so I'm just hoping everything's gonna be okay here. But it's like everything's like stop motion, so I don't know how it's looking out there on YouTube. But stick with us. I'm gonna continue doing the show no matter what, because by golly, we got to take advantage of Deb's time when we got her. So Deb, are you there?
I sure am.
She sure is. Good. You ready for some more fun?
Yes, I am.
Well, good, because we got a queue full of love waiting for you. And Sheldon, you doing okay?
I'm doing wonderful.
Well, good. All right, so let's get to the next caller here on the show. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a psychic reading of your very own, please feel free to call in 720-923-0500. Again, 720-923-0500. So that's the way you get in touch with us here on the show. And let's get to the next call. And this is coming from area code 469 is on the horn. So are you there?
Yes. How are you?
Good. How are you? Who are we talking to?
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
And I would like just a general reading, if that's okay.
Anything's okay. I'll let you talk to Deb, but thank you for calling in, Kathy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Brent,
Okay.
for providing all of this.
Oh, yeah. Deb makes it easy. I just sit here and play receptionist. It's great. It's all yours, Deb.
You're a good receptionist.
Well, in case this whole portal thing doesn't work out, I'll be seeing you at the dental office. All right, Deb, it's all yours.
All right. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, Deb. Thanks for doing this again. I appreciate it.
I love it. I love it. It helps me reach more people, and that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what to say for you. They're talking about you're the type of person that every morning you hit the floor running. It isn't always because you want to, but it's because it's a necessity.
The truth.
Let's see. Yeah, your life's been sort of a whirlwind of things going on lately. That kind of makes it hard to concentrate on any certain things. A lot of times I tell people when that's going on to kind of sit down and make out a list, and that helps you focus more on what needs to be done and just kind of hit the top things on that list. Because you'll find out that if you make a list, that some of those things aren't quite as important as you think they are in your mind. You'll understand that, they can either be put off or not be worried about altogether. Let somebody else deal with it or handle it.
That rings true.
You're a good friend, but in being that good friend, you tend to let people take advantage. And your guides are working really hard trying to get you not to do this. It's like you're the go-to person. Something needs to be done. Somebody needs a question answered. And let's go talk to Kathy. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, It's good to be the person to come to if you have to. But there again, that's going to wear you down. So sometimes you might have to just kind of say no. don't feel bad about it, because it's just one of those things that sometimes we need to. People need to kind of help themselves a little bit more. And you definitely know what that's about.
Yeah. It's good to hear.
You guys are definitely talking about taking some me time and getting out there, trying to commune with nature a little bit more, listen a little bit more, because that energy is something that's going to help boost you up, because there's times when you just go so much and so fast and you feel like you really run out of energy quick. And your guys, that will help build you back up.
Okay.
It's definitely a need. So they're also talking about concentrating on the color green. Okay.
That's
Heart
interesting.
Chakra. That's our heart chakra. That deals with love, feelings. Okay, that would kind of go along with nature too. So many things in nature are green, so all right. That's going to bump up your vibe for your heart chakra.
Okay, good, yeah.
I don't know why, but they're talking about boosting your boosting money vibes.
Or my what vibe?
Money vibes. It's like something is coming up that you're going to need this extra money for, and they're wanting you to boost that. Put it out to the universe, because you definitely have something coming up that's going to take up some extra money. They want to make sure it's there.
Okay.
They're not telling me exactly what it's going to be. Trying to see if you'll tell me. No, they're just talking about you put it out there so that money will come in and it will be there when you need it.
Okay. I've done that before, so
Okay.
I never know why. but it's always, timely.
Yeah. My guys are usually really good about, especially if it's something personal, they try to get the message to you without actually putting everything out there.
Mhm.
Because I try not to get really personal sometimes, because I don't think it's your business. It's not everybody's business. So,
Right.
and my guys know me well enough that they'll give me a certain amount of information. And that's basically what they're doing right now.
Okay. Well, thank them for me. Good heads up there.
Pardon?
A good heads up.
Yes.
You know, like pay attention, put it out there. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. They're not telling me what's going on, which is sometimes a good thing. They're saying err on caution the next couple of months if there's anything having to do with business deals or starting anything new where business is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not really a good time right now.
Okay.
Once that period is over, though, coming towards the end of the year, it looks like things will pick up and be a little bit better. Then, if there's anything business-wise, excuse me, that's time to work on it because then you have a better. There's more of an advantage of things going your way. So.
Okay. Okay, great.
I think that's where they're going to leave you at right now.
Okay, great. I appreciate it so much, and tell your guys that I appreciate it. So.
Okay, I sure will. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
Thank you for being a part of the show. It's been a pleasure hearing from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.
You as well. Thanks a bunch.
You too.
Take care.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Okay, so we're moving along, and now the next one came up twice in the queue. I don't know, and each one was a minute apart. So I think one of these might not be an active call, and the other one is, but got stuck in the queue for some reason. So let's check it out. We'll try the first one first, and this is area code 336. You're on the air if you're there. If not, we'll get to the next one of you that is here. Is anyone there? Area code 336. Okay. Yeah, they were like a minute apart in the queue, but clearly they're not the same call. So let me disconnect that one. Let me go to the next one, and this is area code 336, number 2. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hello. This is Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
yeah,
Rhonda.
your number appeared twice in the phone queue, so that's weird. The other one, nobody was there, obviously, because I guess you're here. But welcome to the show, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you for having Deb on.
Sure.
I'm kind of nervous too.
Oh, just don't
I've
worry.
called in before on later shows.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, welcome again, and I'll let you talk to Deb.
Alrighty, thank you. Hey, Miss Deb. I guess I just want a general reading. I've gone through a really tough time the last 7 months, and I'm wondering if what they see for me.
Okay. I'm not sure what it is exactly you've been going through. The first thing they're talking about is checking dates. Something is off on dates.
Okay.
They're also talking about some people being around you. Bad energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your guides are up in the air over them. They're wanting you to stay away from them. They really are. They are not happy with these people. Not telling me what's going on, but they are literally furious with these people. It's almost like they feel like they have been attacking you.
I feel like that because I'm pretty much a loner in myself. I have a son who's autistic, but I feel like something bad is attached to me.
It's not necessarily something attached to you. It's someone around you. It's not so much physical as it is. You've been hearing weird noises and stuff. Whatever's going on is more verbal than it is per se physical. And it's definitely a negative energy, but it's not an attachment or anything like that. Your guys are saying it's time to clean house. They're asking you to call someone in to do a cleansing. This isn't something that's just going to be a quick job that you can do, but your guys are asking you to call someone in to do a cleansing. Let's see. They're talking about watching energy around you. Try to keep positive energy around as much as possible until you can get somebody in there to do that cleansing to get rid of what's going on. Like I said, I don't think it's physical. It doesn't seem to be physical. It seems to be more of a verbal bombardment of you. But you definitely need to get rid of what's going on. What two rooms of your house is it that feels dark? Because they're talking about there's two rooms that whatever this is going on kind of stays or hides out in, and it causes a darker feeling in those rooms. And I know it's not easy to stay out of them, but the less time you can spend in those areas, the better you're going to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Jeez. Okay, your guys are working hard to try to keep you protected. So, call on them if you feel like you need them, because that's what's helping you right now is your guides. They're working on your side to try to keep whatever it is away from you. Um,
You can also email me as well, and I can put you in touch with people that may be able to help you with that. They would be happy to do
Okay.
it. There's no cost, but I'll certainly help you with that. So if you'd email me at paranormalportalradio@gmail.com, I can get you in touch with people that do it remotely. They do it remotely, so they've helped.
That would be so awesome, and I thank you so much.
Sure, absolutely. Just email me at paranormalportalradio, all one word, @gmail.com, and we'll take it from there and make the connections, and hopefully they can help you out.
Thank you, Brent, and thank you, Miss Deb. Thank you so much. You really touched on a lot of things, and it's kind of scary too, but I can explain more to Brent.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay. Well, just stay in
Yes,
touch with
ma'am.
us, okay?
Rhonda,
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Rhonda, I think Deb wants to say one more thing, though.
Rhonda, if you need me, you can either email me or you can find me on Facebook under Debra Davenport Varner. Going by your area code, are you in North Carolina?
Yes, ma'am. I'm up in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay, yeah. You're somewhat in my area, but yeah, okay. We'll try to see what we can do to get things taken care of for you.
Oh, thank you. All righty, y'all have a good night, and I look forward to writing y'all. This is kind of a relief. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here to help. So thank you for being a part of the show, and stay in touch, and we'll do our best to help you out, okay?
All righty, have a good night, y'all. Bye-bye.
All right, good night.
Good night. I'm also going to write it down in chat in case she needs to see it and type it out. So it's in chat if you want to write that down and then email Dad to get that started.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, I think and Deb is right in your neck of the woods, so maybe it is something that you can help specifically with. So thank you for that. Are you ready for another one, Deb?
I sure am.
Deb's always ready. All right. Well, we're going to keep pushing ahead. We got 2 minutes before the break, so let's bring the next caller on, but we're really going to, maybe I should just hold off until after the hour break. Okay, so everybody that's on the line, one thing I just want you all to know, Deb, are you up for doing overtime tonight if need be?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so if you're on the call queue or if you're yet to call in, just know that we are going to get to everybody that's on the queue, but please, we got to have a cutoff point at a certain time, so, don't wait till the end of the show to call in if you don't mind, because I do have to sleep sometime tonight too. But we will go overtime on YouTube only if we still have people in the queue. Don't give up, don't hang up. And we'll get to you as soon as we can. But everybody that's in the queue will get a reading. I promise. That's our promise to you. And Deb's always been wonderful about doing that. So we will continue the readings up until that point. Excuse me. I got a frog. I got a cough. Hold on. There we go. Sheldon, you got a little scraggly son of a gun.
I have to. It's tradition at this point.
Yeah, you know what? Traditions can be changed. They can be altered. They don't have to be the same tired old tradition. All right, so we are going to wait to take the next caller till after we go to the break. If you're new to the show, we are also simulcasting on TFR Live, iHeart, TuneIn, and HawkStream Live networks. So every half hour we have to take breaks, but we are going to get back to you. So if you are noticing a break, don't worry. We haven't quit. We're just giving you something to do while the commercials are playing. And then we will get back to it as soon as we can and get back to the queue. The next caller will be area code 512 and then 585, then 306, then 270, then 520. Respectively. So if you're in the queue, just hang on the line. We will get through these calls as quickly as we can, but there's no there's no set amount of time. A reading takes as long as a reading takes, but we'll do our best to keep it moving along. So we're going to go to a break here in just a second, and we'll be right back at it. Please remember that the Paranormal Portal is also a podcast. You can find us on all the major podcasting platforms. There's been no new episodes since June 6th, but new episodes will be starting very, very soon. So if you're a podcast listener, just hang on. We haven't quit. We just had a bunch of things to get worked out, and we're going to be back at it before you know it. So anyway, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with more of the Paranormal Portal and Debra Varner doing readings here on the show. So don't go away.
Play their games. Everybody loves to place their bets. They don't understand the price I paid. They don't care to comprehend. Trace their lines upon my body, dripping scars across my heart. Raging anger boils inside me as their lies keep falling apart. With my silence, I am not a stupid boy. No more breaking me with kindness, just you dance upon my joy. Leading me with empty promise, you're just another fucking mess. Taking off the slice of my sanity, just make sure that you're well fed.
Caroline. is not like those she's with. They're attracted to the one thing about her that is different from themselves. Her life force. It is very strong. It gives off its own illumination. It is a light that implies life and memory of love and home and earthly pleasures. Something they desperately desire, but can't have anymore. Right now, she's the closest thing to that.
Poltergeists are usually associated with an individual. Hauntings seem to be connected with an area. A house, usually.
Poltergeist disturbances are of fairly short duration, perhaps a couple of months. Hauntings can go on for years.
Wow, we are back at it here, ladies and gentlemen. Second hour is now underway here on the Paranormal Portal. We are live, as always. Well, as usual, anyway. But we are, of course, Sheldon and I are joined by Deb Varner, the Paranormal Portal Psychic, and she is here doing psychic readings for callers of the show. So if you'd like a reading of your very own, you can simply call in at 720-923-0500, and we will definitely get you on the show to get a little peek ahead. I mean, who doesn't need a peek ahead right now, huh? I mean, with this crazy world, are you kidding me? So Deb's like life with cheat codes. So thanks for being here, Deb.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to continue on. We got a queue full of people ready to talk. So let's get to the next one. And this is area code 512. 512, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Who are we talking to?
Hi, my name is Tim. I'm calling from Austin, Texas.
Oh, welcome to the show, Jim.
Welcome in.
Calling to talk to Deb, so I'll let you get to her.
Yeah, it's Tim. Whoa, wait, I just want to tell you, I'd just like to thank Paranormal Portal for their excellence in broadcasting. I just love the show, and I wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure, brother. Thank you so much for listening and being a part of it. Your support means the world to me, so thank you so much.
Okay.
Deb, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
What
okay.
can I do?
Hi, Deborah. You know, as far as a peek ahead, I don't know. I'd like to get a message of thanks across. For one thing, I'm getting something to tell you. Good job for using your gifts to help people. I want you to know that that's what I'm getting to tell you. I'm just relaying that message. And so I'm having back surgery in 3 days. It's major back surgery. I'm not in pain, but I'm a musician. I've been all my life, and I can't feel my 3 fingers in one of my hands, and I'm a guitarist. So I'm doing the back surgery so I can, play again. And this is mostly to, because I can help a lot of people through that. So really what I'm kind of looking for is maybe if you're getting anything for me on that. And then also, is there anything that you can tell me I can do to be a better servant of God, a creator? Is there anything you can tell me that I can just be more part of the solution? And you don't have to worry about telling me things that sound good. You tell me what you think I need to hear, not what you would want, I would want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for that message. It's so much appreciated. On to you. They're talking about the surgery. Everything looks like it's going to go great. What they're saying is don't be upset if things don't happen right away after the surgery. It might take a little bit for, everything to actually go back to, per se, normal. But it will. And, okay. They're saying that you're going to be very happy. As far as a higher power, what they're talking about is using your music and the word to get things out there to everybody about, let's see, okay, the greatness of the power of love is what they're talking about. For the most part,
how come that doesn't surprise me?
Love covers a lot of ground, and just a little bit goes a long way. For you, the interest is music, is your way of putting your heart out there to everybody. Sometimes you're not always sure what to say at the right time, but where your music is concerned, you're able to say everything that you want to say in your music. It's almost like when you go to tell somebody what you're thinking about, words get jumbled up, but it doesn't in your music.
Yeah, that's kind of the universal way of music. I mean, it cuts through a lot of that. Is there any way that you can get across the idea of all the people I believe have been helping me to say thank you?
That's the great thing about our spirit guides and our ancestors that come around to help us. All we have to do is say thank you and tell them, because they can hear us. Any messages that you have, if you need help in any way, talk to your spirit guides. They can hear you. And you don't necessarily have to say it out loud. You can think it. They will pick up on it. That's what they're here for, is to help you. Like I said before, our spirit guides are given to us when we come into this world. They're there to help us out. They have great knowledge. They have come so far in their lifetimes that the knowledge they have is absolutely wonderful.
Is there any other thing other than just the normal problems of ego that you see that I could maybe, work on a little bit better, that things that where I would tend to get in my own way or diminish my effectiveness?
You don't have to worry about ego. You have got such a big heart that ego is definitely not one of your problems. Caring too much sometimes, I think, is one of your problems.
Yeah, that can be. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have that much control. I mean, I have to respect that everybody has their own walk, and I cannot. You know how that goes.
I understand too that sometimes there are people that we want, but we can't help them because they don't want to help themselves. They're not ready to accept hearing the lessons that they need to learn. And those are the ones that try as we might. We just can't help them.
Right.
You know the difference. So therefore, you're able to spend more time on those that need your help, the ones that are really asking for it, and understand that they have the problems and they need to do something to clear those problems up.
Yeah.
For the most part, you're a pretty humble person. You don't really take for granted the gifts that you have or how you use them. I think a lot of it is you're telling yourself that maybe you're not being the type of person that you're supposed to be, but trust me, you are. I don't really see you going outside of your box and, being someone who you're not. I don't see you trying to be something other than who you are. So that's really good. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Helping the higher power, just do what you do. Get the word out there.
I miss people that have passed, Mom and all these people. And do you think that I'll ever see these people again? I mean, I know that you can't know that for sure, but do you have a feeling?
Oh, no, I know that you will. I know they've been around you. Let's see. Well, your guides say, have faith. You will see them again. There's no question of that. You're questioning whether you're doing enough to, per se, go with the higher power. You're not sure that you measure up, and trust me, you do. Your guys say you will see them again. Just have faith.
Okay, Deb, I know we're short on time, but look, I'll make you a deal. I'll keep doing the things I do to help people. How about you? Are you going to do that too? You've been doing a great job.
Oh, absolutely. This is, this is part of my life. I don't know what I would do without it.
That's what it was given to you for.
Absolutely. I love what I do. I love being able to, help people have an insight into what's going on. It's a part of me. I can't give it up.
Amen.
Yeah, you must. All right, well, I'll let you go. Once again, thanks to Paranormal Portal for their great shows. And again, I wanted to say thank you. It's a great show. I'm going to continue to watch. And thanks for letting me be a part of this one.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you for being a part of it. And we appreciate your support and kindness. And hope you continue to enjoy the shows. But thanks for calling in tonight.
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
There we go. Man, my computer is so laggy tonight. Oh, I don't know what's going on, if I got some kind of update or scan happening. But anyway, I'm trying to keep on top of it. We're still working, so that's good. But the next call is on the horn. You ready, Deb?
I sure am.
You're always ready. All right. The next call is coming from area code 585. You're on the air.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
Great show as always. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
And my name's. I was going to just ask Deb for a general reading, things maybe somewhat spiritual, where I've really, in the last decade or so, wasn't really too spiritual, but when I started paying attention, it seems like things changed. And that's basically it. I just don't know enough about why those things happen. I'm just hoping for some insight.
Sure. What was your first name again? I think I talked over you on that part.
It's Jason.
Jason. Okay, Jason. Thanks for calling in and being a part of the show, and let Deb take it away.
Thank you.
Okay, Jason. Let's see what they have to say for you. What is funny, what they're telling me is sometimes you're definitely questioning your faith and exactly where you're supposed to be going with it, and don't worry about it. They're talking about you were a priest in a past life, and that's going kind of ways back. And you even had questions about your faith back then. It's more like right now you're relearning. Let me say relearning your spirituality. And you're wanting to pinpoint where you're supposed to be going with it. You've got a couple of different directions that you can go.
Mm-hmm.
You have enough knowledge to become a healer. You have enough knowledge to become a teacher. You also have enough knowledge to write about what you know to help other people. Now, that being said,
mm-hmm.
the potential for you being a teacher is highest among those three because you have a voice that kind of resonates with people. They hear you, and it's calming, and it's caring. It's a loving voice, and they stand up and pay more attention to that when you're talking. I don't know if you pay any attention to that or not, but honestly, they do. By teaching, you actually are going to be also healing.
Cool. That makes some sense.
Helping take away worries and settle aggravation, helping them where their faith is concerned, helping to keep them on their path, healing their hearts, healing their minds, healing their spirits. And understanding more about who you are, you're going to be able to help them so much more. You've got a real connection to a higher power.
It seems weird lately, that's for sure.
You've always had it. You're coming into your own. And sometimes that's the way it works. I mean, we could have it, all our life, and then all of a sudden at one point it's like, wow, okay, where's this come from? Well, it's because you've had it. You're just awakening to what you had. Somebody is just like that light bulb over your head, or somebody tapping you saying, hey, you're realizing who you are and what you're supposed to be doing.
That can be pretty shocking sometimes, right? I mean, to people.
It
seems
can.
to me it has been.
Yeah, it can.
Cool.
Just understand this is where you're supposed to be. So, don't let it worry you. Don't let it be scary. If you feel like it's getting a little overwhelming, just stop, take some deep breaths, and say, okay, I'm ready for this. Don't let
I will try that. I will definitely try that. I've been working on that.
This is supposed to be happening, so just kind of go with it.
Well, thank you so much. I know there's other people, and Brent, it's really cool that you take all the calls, and it's nice to have this opportunity. So I wish you the best, and thank you again.
Oh, thank you, Jason. Go ahead, Deb.
Oh, I was just telling him it's a good thing. Yeah. Just don't worry. It's good. So just go with it, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, Jason.
All right.
Thanks for calling in,
great
brother.
night. Thank you.
All right, good night.
Take care.
I am almost locked up here. I have no idea what's going on. Jeez.
Is it getting laggier?
It's sporadic. I don't know. There's got to be something going on underneath the surface here, but yeah. All right, let's get to the next call, and this is from area code 306. You're on the air. I hope. No, it didn't unmute.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, are you on there? Sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Brent, Sheldon,
Yeah.
Deb, this is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Tracy.
Great to hear from you. Thanks for calling
Yeah.
in. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having Deb on. Hello, Deb.
Hi, Tracy. What can I do for you?
I would like a general reading.
Okay. Let's see what they have to say for you. They say throw caution to the wind. You tend to be kind of laid back in the things that you do, and they're wanting you to start spreading your wings a little bit. Dang, some amazing energy going on. Let's see. They're talking about they want you to take time for yourself. Don't know what's been happening, but they're talking about you need to learn who you are again.
Yes.
Definitely your time right now. Open up to love.
Okay.
Not sure what that's about. They're talking about you've been kind of closed off in that department. They want you to open up to love. Okay. They're talking about they're providing new adventures for you, and they want you to pick up on that, and they want you to get out there and start letting your child out and play and start being the person that you're supposed to be. You've been quiet too long.
Yeah.
You have, you've stifled the things that you want, the things that you have been actually yearning for because you've been so busy helping other people. And now it's time for you to open up and start doing things for yourself. This is your time of life. And they're all for helping you. Have conversations with them. Say, listen, okay, point me in the right direction. Because they've got plans for you. They got good plans for you. There's a lot coming. Like I said, there's a lot of good energy around you. All you got to do is be like a sponge, soak it in, because it's there.
Okay. I needed that.
Let's see. What else have they got? I don't know. They're in the works. I don't know if they've come about yet, but they're in the works. They're talking about trip near the water. And they're talking about a historical vacation, a learning vacation.
Oh.
Now, a learning vacation is going to be fall.
Okay.
I'm not sure where you're going, but it looks like fun. They're optimistic. they're talking about make sure you take lots of pictures and make lots of memories.
Okay.
And they say you're going to come away smiling. So, like I said, they're very optimistic. Yeah, like I said, if they're not in the works right now, then they will be soon. Your guys are working hot and heavy for you right now.
Oh.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. So, caller, just hold on the line. We'll come back to you on just the other side of the break. Don't go away. And all of you out there, just be patient. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes with more of the Paranormal Portal. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, what Sheldon said. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in this laggy slice of hell that I'm calling the studio right now. But so far, everything's still working, so I guess we got that going for us.
You did it. You fixed it. Oh, no, mine's back. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's been jumpy all over. I even turned off the little video behind me. So we got Deb's picture on the video, on the screen behind me, rather than the portal animation. But that'll be okay. We'll get through it. It should draw away from my computer. I don't know. Maybe the case is just really dirty and it's heating up because it's pretty warm in here. So warm computers don't work as well as cool computers do. So, but we are joined today, ladies and gentlemen, by our very own Debra Varner, the Paranormal Portal Psychic herself, and she is doing readings. As I wait for the screen to transition, there it goes. Okay, for callers of the show, and we've got several callers on hold right now. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry if you're worried. Oh, the show's almost over. I haven't got my call. Don't worry, we'll get to all of you. I promise. Deb has agreed to go into overtime on YouTube after we have to close out of the network, which we'll have to do in about 24 minutes. But at any rate, we will continue to answer your calls. But please, all I can ask is call in before the end of the network show because we don't want to be doing readings up until 1 or 2 in the morning. There's got to be an end point to this. So if you wouldn't mind, call in and get in the line now or pretty soon because there's only so much we can do on one show. But don't worry, because Deb will be back. We have her back every month or two to continue to do these readings. So if you decide not to call this time, just wait, because she'll be back. How you doing, Deb?
I'm doing fantastic.
Well, wonderful. Let's get back to the call we were on. And sorry about having to interrupt that, but are you there, caller?
I am here.
Okay,
here.
wonderful.
Yes.
All right. I'll let you and Deb get back at it. Sorry for the interruption, but thank you for waiting on hold, and we'll get back to it now.
Oh, yes, thank you. It's worth the wait. Thank you, Deb. I just have one more question. Do you see anything about my financial situation?
Let's see what they have to say. Okay, they're asking you to go ahead and manifest your money. Put it out there because there is money out there waiting on you. Work with your guides on this.
Okay.
They'll help. But yeah, they're talking about manifest your money.
Okay.
But there's definitely some out there because I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing dollar signs, so it's out there. Let's just get it coming to the right place.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. You're doing okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Deb. Everything you shared resonated, and thank you so very much. And Brent and Sheldon, thank you. Love you guys.
Oh, love you too. Thank you so much.
Love you too.
Thanks so much for being a part of the show. We really appreciate you calling in.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Right. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, so let's move on to our next caller. And let's see, this is area code 270. Are you there?
I'm here. How are y'all?
Oh, y'all are good. We all are good. Sorry.
All three of y'all are wonderful. That's good.
That's what they tell me.
I was calling I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, I was ready. Go ahead.
Okay. I was calling, first of all, my husband is facing a health issue, and we were hoping to get some clarity and guidance on that if she could do that. Deb?
Okay. What's your husband's name?
Jason.
Jason, okay. There seems to be a theme of Jason's going on tonight, but that's cool. Okay.
I heard that from the previous caller. Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. They're talking about, he definitely has some questions revolving around it. They're talking about it might not hurt to get a second opinion.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to tell you what they're saying.
Okay.
Their comment is, he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
That's a good thing.
Now.
Okay. I've got one more
not
question,
sure.
if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you pick up anything about me as far as my gifts?
Gifts. Okay. Hang on. I love this one. Let's see. You got strong intuition, which says you're an empath. You definitely have people drawn to you. You drawn to you too.
What is drawn to me?
Animals.
Oh yeah, all of everything you've just said is exactly true.
They love you. Oh my goodness, the feel that they get from you is this warmth and love, and yeah, you definitely shine a bright light. Let's see. Hearing, clairaudient, you're
Yes.
you're hearing spirits. You're hearing them making noises and stuff too, and it kind of drives you nuts sometimes. Just tell them, because sometimes they're doing that to let you know they're around. But if you acknowledge the fact that they're there and say, "Listen, that's enough. Just cut it out here," they will quit.
And I've been hearing them speak and other noises for the last 48 years.
Yep. Well, you can let them know that there is a cutting off point for you at times.
But it's tell them it's bedtime.
Oh, goodness, bedtime, and yeah, they're really good for that. It's like you're tired, so you're a little bit more open to things going on, but it's also a little bit more nerving or unnerving to you. So yeah, don't worry about hurting anybody's feelings, because it won't. They just acknowledge that they're there and ask them to stop, and most of the time they will. That's all it is.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everything, Deb. Go ahead. Is there anything else you see before? I know that you're busy. I appreciate your time. I just know that you got like several hundred people after me or whatever.
You don't always see them around, but you definitely feel them when they're around. Yeah, haunted buildings and stuff like that drives you nuts.
Oh yeah.
It's like, please, just not right now. Give me a break. So
yes, ma'am.
You definitely got some gifts. Look for them to. In about 2 years, you got a big jump coming where your gifts are concerned.
Should I be scared?
No, that's first question everybody asks me. Doesn't it scare you? No. I've been doing it for so long that it's a part of my life. It might feel scary at first, but it's not really anything to be scared about. If you're not already, plan on enjoying your life being a medium.
Oh, well, God bless you and God help me.
It'll be okay. Your guides will help you along the way. But that's definitely coming up in a few years. So and don't be scared. I mean, it's people without bodies. They're still who they were. They might make you laugh. They may make you cry, but you're that connection to helping them, and that is so well worth any of the apprehension that you may have in doing it. So.
And I really do appreciate the validation, and I will tell you that you exceeded greatly this is my first time calling anything like this, and you have hit everything on the head, so I do appreciate it, Deb. Thank you.
Well, fantastic. I'm so glad you called in.
Y'all have a blessed night.
You as well. Thank you so much for being a part of our journey, and thank you for calling in.
Yes, good night.
All right, bye, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. Waiting for my computer to catch up with my clicking, and we'll get to the next one here, and this is, well, come on now. There we go. We're going to be talking to area code, what the hell? Okay, there it goes. Area code 520. Are you there? Area code 520. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you now. Great. Thank you for calling in. Who are we talking to? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you now. Hello, caller? We got nothing. Uh-oh. Oh, there. Are you there?
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes.
Who are we talking to?
Oh, goodness. Okay, it's Mercedes.
Hi, Mercedes.
Hi, Mercedes.
Welcome to the show.
I'm Mercedes. Thank you. I can't figure out how to work my phone. Sorry.
That's okay. Thanks for calling in. I'll let you talk to Deb, but thank you. It's great to hear you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Mercedes.
Hi. Thank you for taking the call for me.
Oh, that's
What
my
can I
pleasure.
You want? Okay, sorry. What I would like to know, what I would like to ask a question is, well, you can actually they can just tell me whatever they need to, but I am kind of having some difficulty the last 3 weeks. And I think it was because I got the messages to go back to working with people, clearing energies and clearing properties and working with the body again after taking a year off. And it seems to me that something has occurred since then. And I don't know if I'm a little off on what it is. And I don't know if that's it or if it's something else. So can you pick up anything on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
After
you.
being,
because I'm getting hit kind of hard right now, and so I would like to. I would have some clarity.
Okay. After being off, what you're going through right now is you're so happy being back that it's almost like overcompensating. and you're just taking everything in. It's becoming overwhelming, and you need to kind of put a wall up and back those energies off a little bit, because it's definitely becoming overwhelming to you. If you can, if you can go ahead and back some of those energies off, make sure that you're well protected before you go into doing anything. For one. For two, you need to learn to throw that wall up when you need it. If you feel like you're becoming overwhelmed, if that energy is going to be too much, throw that wall up and back it off some. Because what you're going to do is you're going to cause yourself to burn out.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yes, it does. And I appreciate that. Yes, I understand that.
With that
I think
going
with
on,
everything, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, with that going on and everything else, it's there's too many things bombarding you at one time, and what it's doing is it's okay. This is coming at you, and then before that's cleared up, you got that other coming at you. Before that's cleared up, you got too many doors open at one time. You need to shut off a couple of doors. Throw that wall up and knock out some of that energy so you have time to stop and think about things and focus and get yourself back where you need to be. Because you're number one, and if you cannot get yourself into your headspace and where you need to be, then you're not going to be able to help anybody else.
Right. Okay.
Does
it?
Go ahead.
Does it make sense that something? Does it seem to you that something might be coming at me through a family member? That it might be something attached. I'm picking up there's something attached to that person, but because it's my family member, that it's very tricky for me. Am I correct on this?
Let's see what they say about it.
And it's not somebody that's living on the property. They do not live on my property. They live not on my property. Whatever it is, something's happening with that. It's very, very difficult for me.
They're living on too much negative energy.
Correct.
It's almost like they're feeding off of negative energy right now. And I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. But there you go. Protect yourself from it. Put your wall up to help you in that area too. That's just the problem right now is not listening to reason. They're feeding off of negative energy. It's like they're drawing it in. It's not like they anything is attached to them. It's just that, well, I don't know. I call it my ego, my darker side. Right now, they're dealing with their darker side, and that darker side is feeding off of that negative energy.
Okay, that's what I feel too.
Until they figure out what the heck is going on and decide that they're going to do something different, there's not a whole lot you can do other than, just kind of block yourself from what's going on and give them the chance to figure out, well, crud, what am I doing? Because, there's not a lot that you can do about it. This person needs some good energy around them. They definitely need to protect themselves from it. They're drawing it in, and it's really not cool. But like I said, he's feeding that negative ego, that dark side of him right now. So, yeah, give it a little bit of time.
Okay. So I understand, and that you really help you help me understand that it isn't. It is. Yeah, you're very spot on. Perfect. I understand.
They're saying give him about 4 or 5 months, and things might actually start making more sense to him, and that will give him a basis to turn things around.
What was it you said? Give him about 4 or 5 weeks?
About 4
or
months. And he, he'll realize, and that like I said, it's almost like there'll be a little bit of light shine through, and that will give him the basis to bring himself back around to who he's supposed to be. Instead of dealing with his ego and negativity, he'll be himself, and he'll start drawing in the positive energy again.
Okay. That sounds good. I appreciate that. I appreciate your understanding that. So thank you. And as I don't know we have just minutes, but could I ask about the rest of my stuff going on? I don't know if I did take taking a little bit of time for summer with all the stuff I'm doing, but do you feel like that's still going, everything kind of smoothly on that end with what I do with my other things?
Yeah, if you
talked about.
Learn to protect yourself and block a lot of this other crap that's going on, everything else is going to fall in place and be just fine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Deb. I know you got lots of people to talk to tonight.
You're welcome.
And thank you. Thank you, Sheldon, and thank you, Brent.
Oh, thank you, Mercedes. It's great to hear from you, and thanks for calling in and being a part of the show.
Okay, good night, you guys.
Good night. Take care.
Good night.
All right. So that brings us to this point now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 other calls in the queue, and we're going to take those into overtime. We've got just a few minutes left. Just a few words before we leave the network audience and we just go into overtime on YouTube. But I just want to point out, because I think people think these readings are very static, Deb, but can you speak to that a little bit with the couple minutes we have left, and then also let people know how to stay in touch with you, those that are on the network?
Okay. How do you mean static?
Well, this is what she said, that this is what's going to happen. Can you address the fluidity of these things?
Where that's concerned, understand that we're given the information to give to you. Mm-hmm. It's put out there, but we always have free will. If there's something that you're being told that you're not so sure about, you always have free will to change whatever it is. And sometimes I think this is why we're giving this insight, because we can, try it. A lot of times it's to help us. Sometimes it's not so great information. And yes, we do have free will to change what's going to happen.
Yeah. And I think that's something that, people think this is a concrete thing, and there's no variance, but there is, because we are dynamic, energetic beings, and we create our experiences, and you can recreate your experiences if and we manifest, I guess is what I'm trying to say, in maybe not a very clear way.
The higher power gives us free will.
So how can people keep in touch with you, those that are on the network? And we're going to be cutting off in just a sec.
Okay. My email is purplemysticreader@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. I have a reading page on Facebook. It's Purple Mystic Readings by Deb, or my regular Facebook is Debra Davenport Varner. And I try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those of you on TFR, iHeart, TuneIn, and TalkStream, thank you so much for listening in and being a part of the journey. We're going to take this to overtime on YouTube for the rest of the callers, and we will be over there, and that is youtube.com/paranormalportal. If you want to follow us along, you're welcome to do that, but otherwise, those of you on TFR, iHeart, TuneIn, and TalkStream Live, remember, we love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Take care of each other. Help each other out. Find the magic in every day. And remember to laugh as much as you can. And we'll see you next time, which will be, I guess, next Friday on the network. So, but we're going to take it over to YouTube. So everybody just stand by while I make this transition happen. So don't go away.
Good night.
All right. That was the transition.
Wow, that easy.
It was rather abrupt, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in overtime on YouTube, and those of you that are in the queue, just stand by. We'll be right back with you as soon as I rearrange things a little bit here, because I don't need the show clock up. I can minimize and get that out of the way. So, all right, we have 3 more callers in the queue. If you don't mind, everyone, let's call that the end of the show. The next 3 callers, you will get your readings, of course. So just hang on the line. If you've already been on there a while, we're going to get to you now. And the next one up, Deb. Oh, Deb, did you need a break or anything, or are you good to go?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, then let's follow her lead, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll make.
Oh yeah, I'm fine too. Don't worry about me. I'm
Well,
just kidding. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, because you're such a central point of tonight's show. I'm not even necessary here, other than answering the phones. It's all Deb, but she makes us look good. All right, so let's get to the next caller, and this is coming from area code 307. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're on the air.
Samantha.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm Samantha.
Samantha, did you say?
Hi,
Yes.
Samantha.
Hi, welcome
Hi,
to the
Samantha.
show.
Hi,
Thanks,
Deb.
thanks for calling in, and I'll let you talk to Deb. Thank you for being a part of the show.
I was wondering if there was anything I needed to know or I should do to grow as a person.
As a person, in normal everyday life or spiritually?
Spiritually.
Okay. Let's see what they have to say. They're talking about sometimes you kind of take your gifts for granted. Not that you mean to, but it's just like you don't always have time to deal with the things that come at you. You don't trust your intuition, for one, which you need to. Let's see. You haven't learned to distinguish messages coming through to thinking, well, maybe I'm just hearing what I want to hear. No, you do have messages that come through. Trust that what you're hearing or what you're getting, receiving, is messages that you need.
Okay.
They're talking about taking more time to actually clear your mind and focus so that you can pick up things that are coming through to you. Your guides good grief, they talk to you all the time. You just don't always, per se, pay attention to them. There's that wonderful little voice there that gives us yes or no, we should or shouldn't do things, or answer questions that we might have. And one of your big questions is, am I on my path and am I doing the right thing? Yeah, you are. You might teeter every once in a while, but that's because of not trusting in yourself. If you can figure out that you've got that light and it burns bright, and trust in yourself more, you'll be surprised where you'll be able to take your gifts and your spirituality. The belief is there. You have a problem in trusting in yourself right now, and don't do that. Trust in yourself. Trust in the feelings that you get. Open yourself up to listen to the messages that are coming through. Trust that your guides are going to be there to help you. Talk to them, because that's what they're there for.
Okay.
You've got the ability. Just open up and let it come through, okay?
All right.
Was there anything else?
Yeah, I have vivid dreams, and I was wondering if they mean anything.
Oh, I love dream visions. They can tell us a whole lot. Usually tell people to write your dreams down. Keep a notebook, pad of paper, pen, pencil beside your bed. When you wake up, write your dreams down. That way, usually, you might get a few different dreams, and once you go over them and put them together, they will make more sense.
Okay.
Those also, like I said, it's called dream visions, because you see things in dreams, and you get messages in dreams that happen later on. Even to the point of things that you need to tell your friends and family, but you're afraid to, because you think they're going to think you're nuts, which they probably will. But, once they happen, they'll learn to listen to you more, because it's going to be, well, darn, she told me about that. How did she know? Just look at them and smile. No explanation needed. Just look at them and smile. And you might want to ring back sometimes what you tell them and just give them kind of a hint at what you saw happening. But, just go ahead and let them know if something's coming up, something that you dreamt about or that you got the message for. Where spirituality is concerned, you got it going on. You got to learn to work with it a little bit more. But yeah, you have dream visions, and those will tell you a whole lot about things going on with you, other people. I've seen movies, I've seen TV shows, weird things before they even happened. You might have sat there and said, "Oh wow, I've seen this before," and it's something brand new that you had not actually seen, but you had picked a dream.
I have had that happen a lot lately.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's dream visions, and that's the in between time. That's that beautiful in between time when we're not awake and we're not completely deep asleep. It's as we're going into that deep sleep. That's that time when we get to pick up messages and that our family that have crossed over, that's the time when they're more able to contact us if they need to get a message through. To me, it's a beautiful time. Sometimes, messages aren't that great and all, but there's a reason that you're getting the messages. And just, learn to open up, and you'll find out that it's actually a fun thing. It's a good thing. So, but yeah, you got the gifts. Go ahead and use them.
All right.
Anything else? It's like you got to
think of some.
But you're trying to pick just the right ones.
Yeah, I can't exactly speak what I want to say, I guess. I guess, could you give me a little bit more clarity on my spirit guides trying to talk to me?
Okay. A lot of times we're not really sure if we're hearing what we're hearing or it's our imagination. That's just a natural response. But if you actually start talking with them and open up, you'll realize that little voice you're hearing, that message you're hearing, is your spirit guides. You've got one that's louder than the others that you've got. This is a male. He kind of like a professor. He was sort of a teacher, and he was used to being a little bit on the obnoxious side because he's determined that he is going to get you to listen to him. So if he gets too loud or too, too forward, just say, listen, can you calm it down a little bit, and I'll be able to hear you better. Because he definitely oversteps himself every once in a while. But the knowledge that he has is vast. So any questions that you have about things, he's definitely the one to go to ask.
Okay.
But talk to him. You can talk to him like we're talking. If you're thinking the questions, they can pick up on that. So keep. It's like us talking on the telephone. Keep communication open with them, and they'll help you out.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get this down eventually.
You will. You'll figure it out, and when you do, it'll be absolutely amazing. That light will go off, and you'll be like, wow, now I know. And it's really fun. So go ahead and enjoy it when it happens, okay? Don't be afraid of it.
All right. Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
Thanks for calling in. It's
You
great.
too.
Thanks for being a part of the show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me in.
Okay. All the time. All right. You have a great night.
Good night.
You too. Good night.
There we go. And we got 2 left. The next one left, if my mouse behaves and actually goes where I'm pointing it. Oh, I love leg. Leg is such a special thing. All right. We're going to go to the call from area code 980. You're on the air.
Hello, thank you. This is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hope everybody's doing well. Hey.
We're doing good. Thank you
Hey,
so much.
so excellent. Forgive me for rushing you guys. It's just I've been needing guidance for a long time, and I'm just so happy to be able to speak to you all. Okay, so the thing is, I have 2 questions actually. So, well, let me just give you a little background. So for years, I've seen, I guess everywhere I've ever lived, you would call it maybe haunted, or there's activity, some kind of paranormal, supernatural kind of stuff going on. So I've seen fairies, and please don't laugh at me, but there's been extraterrestrials around my bed at nighttime. Not all the time, of course, but, you know, over the years. And there's just been a lot of paranormal / supernatural activity. And so I'm here at home recovering from COVID. I've been here for about 2 weeks, and I've been watching, well, it was a blessing that I actually, somehow the Paranormal Portal, your picture came up, and I clicked on it, but because I had to quit listening to your show, watching your show for a long time, because every time I watch these shows, like with psychics and mediums and stuff like that, whatever they talk about shows up at my house. Wow. And I just don't. So there's lots of YouTube channels whenever they talk about dogmen or, you know, the shadow. I don't even want to say them. But you know, whenever I talk about these things, they end up showing up at my house in some capacity or something. And so my first question is, okay, so if I go somewhere and I know somebody has followed me back and they're in the car with me or something, what is the best thing to say to get rid of them immediately?
Okay. Well, I mean, since Deb's the guest, I have a bunch of advice for you as well, but please, Deb, go ahead.
Best thing to do is talk to them. Tell them that you don't want them with you. Tell them they need to go back where they came from, that that's not where they belong, is with you. You do not want them there. If they continue to, when you get where you're going to, go ahead and light up some sage and get rid of them. A lot of times, you might notice, I've had it happen a few times where they've followed, but they also tend to have boundaries, and by the time they hit that boundary, they will have to stop. They think they're going to make a fast getaway with you, but if you tell them, no, this isn't going to happen, they will hit that boundary, and that's as far as they'll go. But, yeah, just tell them, because that's something that you're able to do. You can control your situation to a certain extent. Let them know that they're not wanted. Let them know that you know they're there. Tell them they're not pulling anything, you know, funny on you. You know they're there. You do not want them there, and they need to go back where they came from, because you are not taking them home with you. If they happen to squeeze through, go through and sage and get rid of them just as soon as you get back. Because
what's the exact wordage I should use? Because I've heard people say different things. Be gone, you're not of me. Be gone, you're not welcome here. I mean, what's the exact wordage I should use?
Whatever resonates with you. You know, I mean, it's your message, so it should be your words. Like, don't let them stay. You're not welcome to be here. This is not your home. This is not where you belong. I do not give you permission. You know, whatever makes sense to you, you can use. I'm sorry to butt in, but this is something we talk about quite a bit. But you can use whatever your religion is. You can use those kind of words and phrases. You can use whatever resonates with your heart. But, you know, you do have a sovereignty, and you can make sure that you exert that and tell them you're not welcome. You know, and lay down the rules. You got to claim your space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do my. Okay. Well, let me give you an example.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. That is really good. I do all that, and I'll continue. I just thought maybe there's something to say best in the sequence. You know, to say maybe. Okay. So 2 weeks ago. Okay. So the first night I was at home sick with COVID. I watched Kim Russo. She, you know, The Haunting of, or one of those shows. And so when every time right before I wake up, either somebody will say something, I'll see a name in my dream, somebody will like somebody did a rhyme and it was like real quick, like they were trying to rush before my alarm clock goes off, or And so one time somebody splashed water in my face, and then I woke up, and it's like they knew I couldn't get to them because I woke up. Okay, so like 2 weeks ago, my first night home, in bed after getting sick, I watched one of these shows, like I said, with Kim Russo, and then right before I woke up, I heard a man's voice saying, "If I wasn't dead, I could bag that." Oh. And I saw myself in my bed, and then I woke up. And then I got to thinking later on that day, I was like, no, you can't. But then I was like, I didn't say anything when I woke up. And I don't know if he was still there or if he was just in dream. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
what should I have said?
No, I think you probably one of the first things you might want to do is a cleansing, because it sounds like you've got a whole lot of energy build up around you, and the manifestations may be actual visitors, or they may be manifestations from you. We are incredible creator beings, and sometimes we create things, whether it's through fear, whether it's through curiosity, whether it's through whatever, but we are creator beings, and sometimes there's the idea that we can create thought forms. Tulpas are referred to in Buddhist literature as far as people creating thought forms or tulpas, and maybe these things really are visiting you because of who you are or what your light is or your resonance. Also, they may just be manifestations of you, but that one sounds like someone was hanging around. So it sounds like, I suspect, if you don't mind me, and so, I'm sorry, Deb, I don't mean to step all over this, but this is, this is something I talk about quite a bit, but you sound like you're probably dealing with either a actualized psychic ability or latent, like you have some gifts, and maybe you're not manifesting them, so they're manifesting themselves. And I'm not being flippant.
See, that's what I need the guidance with.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no better person than Deb, for sure, for that. So sorry, I'll step back out of the conversation, but I just wanted to interject that.
Okay. Have you ever had the feeling that you really don't belong here on Earth?
All the time. Yeah, but I know I'm here to be of service in some manner, but I just feel like I need guidance in terms of how,
Let me explain a couple of things to you and see if it makes sense. Okay, the reason you feel like you don't belong here is because, and I will explain it, some people will poo-poo me, I'm sure, but understand that we don't only reincarnate here on Earth. We reincarnate from other parts of the universe also. The reason you feel like you don't belong here is because in one of your past lives, you reincarnated here from another, shall we say, a galaxy. You're basically a space traveler from a past life. Now, some of the things that you're seeing is because you're one among quite a few of us that have the ability to do astraling. A lot of times when you're, especially when you're asleep, you tend to go other places and visit other worlds and stuff. This is a gift also. You don't always remember every part of it because that's, I don't know, that's a weird thing that kind of happens at times because we're not really supposed to. But some of these things that you're seeing is because you're actually going there instead of, like you say, they're coming to you. It's more you were there. And it's like things will happen right before you wake up. That's when that time is up, that wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, you're coming back your spirit is coming back within your body. Now, does that make sense?
Oh, definitely, sure.
I hope I'm explaining it right. But this
Oh,
is
no,
what
no,
they're
that's fine.
Okay, this is what they're talking about. This is what's going on. You have a lot of different memories, and it's like you say, when you hear stuff or you see stuff, it's like these memories will flash forward with you. So, I mean, yeah, don't always just poo-poo whatever's going on. It's because you've actually seen it, you've actually been there, you've actually been doing it. But it's because your spirit is astraling.
What about when I'm awake?
We daydream. There are some people, I used to do it. I used to be able to just, kind of shut myself down, and whatever was going on around me completely disappear, and I would be doing something else totally different.
Forgive me for interrupting you, but forgive me. I'm so sorry. I know I'm taking up a lot of time. I just want. Well, what about when I'm not daydreaming? I'm just like if, okay, for instance, I called maybe a year ago and spoke to you about this little lady I saw. You guys were talking about Cherokee little people or something, and I saw a lady when I was driving out my driveway. She looked at me, I looked at her, we looked at each other. I looked in my rear view, she was still there, and like I'll be outside or even in the house, and I'll see like a nature spirit, and like there's this one guy, he's like green, wears a hood. Oh, for instance, I've woken up and there's been two little men with hoods on my chest, and they were speaking in some kind of odd language. I was fully awake. And I mean, like I could be walking outside and see like some odd looking, I can't even describe some of the things I've seen, but like I'm totally awake, not zoning out or anything.
Sometimes we think we're totally awake, and we're not. We're actually dreaming that we are awake, and this is what's going on.
Okay. Oh, okay. So one more quick question, and then I promise I'll let you guys go. Okay. So a few years ago, I remember I was sleeping, and something was inserted into through my right butt cheek, and it's still there. And every few years, like maybe every 3 years or so, that area gets itchy, and I leave it again. One time I got it checked out, and the doctor said he saw something because I couldn't lift up my leg very well for a few years, and he saw something, and I made some joke about not having a man or something. So anyway, so long story short, so he was like he, but it never got addressed. I mean, I made a joke of it, while I was on it. Anyway, so I know that the doctor that removed implants and things passed away. Do you guys know of anybody else that might check these things out? I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I know it's there. And there's also something in my nasal cavity. The dentist saw one time. He's like, it's okay, as long as you're okay, it's fine. That kind of thing.
I don't.
Where does one go for something like that?
I don't know who's doing it now. I don't know who's continuing that work, but that's a great question, and I'll try to look into it, see if I can find out any information. If you'll email me at paranormalportalradio@gmail.com, I'll see what I can find, but I don't know anybody offhand. Do you,
Okay.
Deb?
All right. Well, thank you all for everything. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
You all have a blessed night, and I hope I don't know. Thank you for your guidance. I really do appreciate it, everybody.
Oh, for
all
sure.
Right. Thank you.
It made sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
All right.
All right,
Well,
bye-bye.
take care. Have
Okay.
a great night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Good night.
My freaking mouse disappeared. Oi!
Oh no.
It's just
The
getting...
cat got it.
No, I think Bill Gates got it. I think he swung by and hijacked my mouse, for God's sakes. Oh. All right. Just waiting for the phone thing to catch up. We got one more to go, and here we go. Looks like it finally all caught up. This is area code 417. You're on the air.
Hi, it's Jolie again. I've talked to you before.
Hi, welcome back.
Hello.
Thanks for calling in.
Well, mainly I was just calling. I have a few questions, but the biggest one is I met someone about a year ago, and when I met him, I had the oddest feeling that I knew him, even though I know I've never met him. And I was wondering if maybe I knew him in a past life.
Mm-hmm. You've actually been with him 3 different times.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Isn't it
so.
wonderful?
There was a man that... Well, and it's happened to me before. Is there someone else in my life that I had been with in a previous life?
Yeah, they tend to come and go like that. And the other person was like a very good friend that came back into your life again. Now the love. Let's see what they're saying. The love you had been married to in 2 previous lives. (1700s) Italy.
Wow.
Was one of them. And then again in the 1800s, there was it feels like England was that lifetime. But yeah, you were married to that person in those 2 lifetimes.
And is he the guy that I'm with now?
Yeah, and you just absolutely feel like it's the love of your life.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They said the one in England, y'all were together. You had long lives together. So your question is, will it work? Yeah. It's got a high potential of working and being a kind of a happily ever after.
Well, that's good to hear. It's had some rough spots.
Yeah, he has got some quirky habits that get on your nerves.
You could say that.
I'm not sure if those will ever end, but yeah, you've got a potential for, it working out. So.
Well, I believe in him, so I think he has some potential. And there's one thing that I'm a little concerned about. I have a lot of health issues, and I recently got a job, and I was wondering what my guides have to say about that, if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
Okay, let's see what they say. If I'm picking up correctly, they're talking about working outside the home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Their comment on that is, if at all possible, work inside the home because that will give you more potential for rest when you need it. Working outside the home, you know yourself, there's times when you have got to stop what you're doing and go sit down and take a few minutes for yourself. Working outside the home, you can't do that for yourself. So I don't know if you have the potential to work from home or not, but that's what they're talking about. Because later on, trust, you're definitely going to need that rest time.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was probably what they were going to say.
Yeah. That they see nothing wrong with you working. They're just asking, that you know your limitations.
Oh, there was another question I had, but I can't remember what it is now. That's always the way it goes, right?
Yeah, you'll think about it after you hang up.
Of course I will.
Well, you're the last call of the night. So, I mean, if you have anything else you think of, by all means, take the opportunity.
Well, what can you see just about me? I mean, I have been told all my life that I have abilities of some sort, or that I'm an empath. What do you see there?
Oh, let's see what they have to say about what you.
You said you like that question.
Okay. I always love being able to tell somebody, good things. Well, your intuition was stronger when you were younger. In fact, you were very strong into some of your gifts when you were younger. It's almost like as you got older, you put them away. And they're not toys. We might have to put our toys away as we get older, but our gifts, we don't have to. You could definitely see spirits when you were younger. Not so much now, but when you were younger. When you were a little girl, you were a bit of a wild child, and you just had so much fun with spirits and being able to see them.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Let's see.
I've had some crazy encounters and crazy things that have happened over the course of my life that I already promised Brent that I would share with the show at some point.
I'm going to hold you to it, too.
You were one when you were little with the spirits. You could talk their ears off because you just felt like sometimes people would shush you because they might not have had time to listen to everything that you wanted to say. With spirits, they wouldn't shush you. They were happy to have acknowledgement that they were there, so you would kind of talk their ears off. You would have lengthy, shall we say, conversations with the spirits. So, which is good. I mean, they tend to like to listen sometimes, especially if most of the people around them don't acknowledge them. They love to for you to let them know that you know they're there and you're happy to be around them and you're willing to talk with them and, you know, spend that time with them. Now, as you're getting older, would suggest opening up a bit more where they're concerned, and maybe learn to pass them over, cross them over, because, yeah, you can do that.
I've had some encounters, but mostly because my boyfriend now has some attachments, I think, and I've heard them say things, and they don't like me very much, especially when I try to protect him from them. And they
of course, get rid of them.
Yeah, they don't like me very much. And I actually heard them verbally say, we have to do something about her, and talking about me. And then they started messing with me because I was protecting him. And, you know, most of the things that have happened to me recently have been stemmed from things going on with him. So, yeah.
Put your foot down. I mean, they want to be a pain. I would prefer saying something else, but we'll just put it that way. They want to be a pain. Put your foot down and let them know that you're not going anywhere, that they're going to go somewhere. Let them know.
I've made it perfectly clear. I made it perfectly clear. I'm like, you know, I told them straight out. I'm like, you know exactly who I am and what I'm capable of. You don't mess with me. This is my house. You're not coming in.
Good for you. Awesome.
Don't happen. I mean, they want to push back. You've got the abilities there to just, if you go ahead and open back up, because I think you kind of shut down on some of the stuff over the years. Go ahead and open back up. I'm trying to think of what my mind's just kind of not doing what it should do right now. Yeah. Work on opening your third eye. I want to say amethyst would be good for you to use. Start opening yourself back up, because, honey, you are a warrior. The abilities that you have, if you open up and let them start working, you're an unstoppable force. You really are, because, I mean, as strong as you were as a child, and you've grown so much over the years, if you open up, there's not many battles that you're not going to win.
I'll try to do that. I don't know where to start, but I'll start looking into it.
Look into protection. If you either email me or get a hold of me, I can give you some information on crystals and gemstones to use for protection. The most basic thing that you can do where especially negativity is concerned, and even if you're not very religious, the Lord's Prayer, they don't like that. That's like kind of like throwing holy water on them. It really ticks them off. So you can do things like that. But yeah, open yourself up. Learn to protect yourself. From there, you need to learn more about getting rid of them. If you cannot get rid of them, we have people that we can put you in contact with that can help you help yourself learn how to cross them over, get rid of them. It's not actually getting rid of them, but it's helping them help themselves, help them cross over when they come around. Because, I mean, most of the time it's not that they want to hang around, it's just that they're here and they're not sure how to cross over. Sometimes that's our gift, is to help them to help themselves cross over, because that's where they need to be. But, yeah, if you go ahead and open up, you're going to be a force to reckon with. You really are. And I think you know that.
Amen.
There was one question I wanted to ask you, and it's from, really, I've had it for a long time. There was a childhood friend of mine. His name was David, and I've tried to reach out and, like, kind of talk to him. Did he ever hear me? He passed away when I was very young.
Yeah, in fact, he was around you for a little while. But, yeah, he heard you. There was definitely, from what they're telling me, there was definitely communication there between you and he.
Okay.
He actually did not cross over right away. He hung around for a little bit. He was it actually took him a couple of weeks to actually cross over. But yeah, he was around you for a little bit, and yes, he did hear you.
All right. Well, I think I've taken up enough of you guys' time. I appreciate it very much. You've answered a lot of questions and confirmed a lot of things I already suspected.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. I hope some things are clarified for you. And, like, you know, if you want to get a hold of me and I'll give you some information on things, you know, you can do to help protect yourself. That's a big thing. With us, we have to be able to protect ourselves. Because, yeah, it's like where spirits are concerned, and a lot of times with the negative ones, it's like waving candy in front of babies. They reach out and grab, and they're not allowed to. So we have to be able to protect ourselves.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being a part of the show, and have a wonderful night. And yeah, stay in touch with us. We're here to help as well, you know, and that's something I'm very proud of, that we have people like Deb and like Sean and several other people who have extended themselves, saying if someone needs help, let us know. Be happy to be there for them. So, you know, that we have resources.
Yes.
Well, one day maybe I'll join the ranks and I can help people too.
Awesome. We'd love to have you. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you
All
have
right,
a wonderful night.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, I'll be waiting on that email.
All right.
All right, we'll see you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
My mouse is literally jumping all over the page.
Also, if you want to get a hold of Deb, I'll post the email right in chat.
Yeah, do show if you would, please. That's nice. I'm Deb's secretary and Sheldon's mine. This is great.
That's right. Yeah. A line of secretaries.
Oh, this is wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. It's the descending line of secretaries, or ascending, depending on which way you look at it. But at any rate, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Again, Deb, will you let people know how to stay in touch with you?
Absolutely. You can email me at purplemysticreader@gmail.com. I have 2 Facebooks. One is my regular, which is Debra Davenport Varner, or my reading page is Purple Mystic Readings by Deb. Contact me. Like I said, I try to get back to you as soon as possible. If I can't help you, we have resources, like Brent said, and we'll put you in touch with anybody that can help you with anything that you need. I do private readings. If you're looking for a private reading, by all means, get in touch with me. That would best work on Purple Mystic readings by Deb. But yeah, we're happy to hear from you. We thank you for the phone calls. We thank all the listeners. Y'all make it very possible for me to be here and for Brent to have his show, and for Sheldon to be here. We're so happy to have Sheldon.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all, and we love you so much.
Absolutely. Deb, I think, honest to God, you're like a pro at this now. You literally could have your own channel. I mean, it's and I know you do extraordinarily well, but I'm glad you're coming here anyway.
Oh, yeah, truly.
I've been on you for a little while longer because I don't have a whole lot of time to put into it. I've got 2 grandchildren I'm trying to help out with. I keep them during the day while Mom works, so that takes up a lot of my time. But yeah, I'm happy to be here with you, though.
Oh, well, believe me, I'm more than thrilled that you keep coming on the show. But it's an absolute pleasure to just kick back and listen to you do what you do, and of course to be part of the conversations as well. But we're absolutely honored to have you here, and special thank you to all of you who stuck it out the whole lengthy show. These shows are so much fun because it's a real departure, and it's a way for us to give back to you guys because you're here tuning in. You're a part of the shows in such a big way, and so I really love having Deb on because it's an opportunity to give back to you guys and say thanks for being here. Here's something that the show can do for you, hopefully, for those of you that take advantage of the readings, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it and had a good time. Thank you so much, and as always, we will be back again. The podcast will be going live again real soon. A few days more. We're just getting things all migrated over to a new platform. So there's a lot of things that have been happening in the interim, but just please be patient and know that the new episodes will be coming really soon. Please, if you're not already subscribed, get subscribed. We'd love to have you be a part of the family and continue to join us for these live shows. We do live shows right here on YouTube every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday nights. And Friday, Saturday nights, we're also simulcasting on TFR Live, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and TalkStream Live. So there's shows going all over the place. But if you're looking for the podcast, there's lots of episodes out there on any of the major platforms and even a few of the not as major platforms. So just do a search for Paranormal Portal wherever you check out podcasts, and you'll find the show. So that's all we got time for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all of the callers. Special thank you to all of you who reached out and took part in tonight's show. You guys made it amazing. I would have a great conversation with Deb either way, but it's certainly fun that you guys called in and were able to hopefully get some glimpses into what's going on in your world. And thank you so much for taking part. Deb, once again, a special thank you. This has been incredible. For all these years, it's still just as much fun now as it was the very first time we did it.
It is. I mean, I honestly, I don't know what I would do without the show now. I didn't, a wonderful gift that I didn't know I wanted. It's such an honor to be here. I thank you so much. And I thank you for jumping in with the information and the help. It is so much appreciated.
Oh, of course. Well, we love you dearly, and you're part of the family very much so, as are all of you listening, of course, too. But Deb's been with me for 6 years, and for 6 glorious years. It's been amazing. So that's going to wrap it up for us tonight, though. But remember, Sheldon, anything in closing?
Oh, there's always something in closing. If any of you in our community want to stay more interconnected to the community, I'm going to put in chat the link to our Discord, where it's just a chat and category app and site that you can go into and talk to anybody directly. We have lots of chats, lots of discussions in there, lots of links, lots of things to watch. So if you're ever bored, want to have a chat with the community as well as us, check out the link in the chat.
Check out the link in the chat. There you go. All right, folks. Well, again, that's going to wrap it up for us. So thank you all. We love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Take care of each other. Help each other out. Find the magic in every day and remember to laugh as much as you can. Good night, everybody. And Deb will talk to you in just a couple seconds. So.
Okay.
Good night.
All right.